Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So, yes,
So,
welcome to the show called MasterStroke. We have a post match analysis of match 5 today, that is between Team Blue and Team Black. Yet another wonderful high score game today, uh, and quite a few sixes and master strokes that we saw in the game already. Uh, we'll be joined by my co-host, Mr. Sartaj, and a
guys,
member of a member of Team Blue, Rahul Shirke, our quite prominent player and a rising star in our team. And from Team Black, we have Vikram, uh, and he'll also join us when we'll have a video with him as well soon.
yeah,
And on our other side, we also have panels from the umpires that were in the game today, and they also enjoyed uh, the the competition on field. We had a lot of discussions after match as well, and we would like to hear from them. They also have quite a good. They also have quite good opinions. Indeed, uh, as we see the scores for today, Team Blue started. They lost the toss, but they had to bat first. So Team Black won the toss, chose to bowl, uh, and in the first batting, Team Blue put on a total of 164, uh, and the higher scorers were Mr. Rishikesh Patel. We also fondly know him as Tiggy, who scored about 45 runs. And then we had Raghav with a knock of 38. Them balancing the in a longer way, they played a very long innings. Both of them put on a very nice, decent total for a defense for Team Blacks. Uh, they put on a total of 124 with Sid about 25 runs, if I'm not wrong. And I guess the second best scorer, I'm not so sure, but I guess it was. Do you know Vishwa?
Yeah, Reddy scored 40 runs. He was the top
Oh
scorer.
yeah, okay.
ready.
Reddy had like a fine innings
Yeah,
there.
they had posted the scoreboard also on the site. So,
Yeah, I guess we'll take a look at that. Indeed, yeah. So first up, we would like to hear from the winning side. Uh, what was what was the game today? How was the game today like? And what were the pros? What were the good things? Or what are the highlights of your side? If you could share, Mr. Rahul.
Yeah, so like our team spirit has been high since like the first game. So I don't think we had any doubts. We just wanted our players to click, and they clicked today really well. So yeah, I mean everything was good, and that's why like we have such a victory with like a big margin. So I think we enjoy the game a lot, each one of us. So that's really nice. Even Shuki and all are like they really talk with each one of us and all. So they keep us involved. So
Mhm.
it's really nice. It really feel like a part of the team. So then yeah. So it's really that's what I think is the
yeah,
best thing
that's
about our
nice to
team.
hear. Congratulations, Blues, first of all, being
Thanks.
the top of the table of the league.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
I had actually hoped a lot more from the Blacks. Anyways, they didn't come up to the expectations. I have a few good luck, guys, and well done.
Thanks.
I have a few questions for you for Team Blues
Yeah.
as you Praveen, right?
Uh,
Rahul.
we have
Ra-
Rahul.
Rahul, sorry,
Rahul.
Yeah.
uh, Rahul. So as expected, your crunch players did well.
Yeah.
So you talked about team spirit. So
Yeah.
do you think Team Blacks were lacking in that aspect, or it was more of a like a pressure thing?
Yeah. It was. We felt like
164 in 20 overs is not a bad score.
yeah. Yeah. So it's just their bowling didn't click in many ways. So the batting was really good. I mean, especially the cameo of Rishi in between was like terrific. The 3 6s like were really really nice. So that somewhere put them off because someone comes.
All streamers are currently busy. It's on back again. Back to you, Sataj bhai. You're talking nicely about certain things.
Thank you, Dadaji. I didn't watch the match live, but looking at the scoreboard, it was quite obvious that the Blues had a certain plan to tackle the Blacks. So today, like Blacks were totally at sea. So even with the good class players, and they didn't come up. And looking at the Blues, their main players today really stood up. And as always in bowling, Rishi bowled well. So today he was up there bowling, and I think Raghav did very well. And even the other opener, I don't know the guy, Gandhi something, I read.
Yeah.
So he did quite well. So opening did make a difference, and Raghav must have taken the first match. He was like booed off with 3 ball bowler and 3 ball batsmen, so he took it quite seriously. And
Because
of course, Tiggy, as always, he's a consistent batsman in so he held up one end, and other end was like putting up runs. So 164 is a quite competitive score. I won't say it as a winning score, but still they put up a good score. And Blacks were like taken aback, and momentum was with the Blues, and the rest the bowling did it well. The bowling is always a strong aspect of the Blues, I feel.
yes, indeed.
Yeah. So the thing is, we got confidence by defending this 117 and 120. So when we defended those targets, then for us that 160 was like a huge, like we were not relaxed, but I would say, yeah, it just gives more confidence on the field. You are on like on the good side, like so. So yeah, I mean that was it. Like, and our batting order is usually. I mean, Gandhi played really well. He's there, yeah. So batting order is usually decided on the spot, to be honest. So it depends on the situation. So at that time, we felt that Rishi should go and just hit some balls, and that's when Shukla decided to send Rishi. So
Yeah.
because we always have like 3 4 players padded up, so you never know like whose turn comes there, and yeah, then they have to perform.
That's there in every Asian team. I think 3 4 people are already every time padded up, ready to.
Yeah.
But as we discussed, Rishi has this role of going there and scoring some quick runs. He is a good striker of the ball. So we thought around that time, I guess, the thoughts were like we already had sufficient wickets in hand
Yeah.
by the end of about 9 overs, 10 overs. And we thought like to keep the momentum up because Raghav also on the other end was just setting his foot on the crease and scoring some good runs. Um and I guess Rishi had this particular role which he followed, like he executed very nicely. He had the momentum set up, and then again Tiki coming on the other end, he already had the base made. He just like had to do the same things, like keep up, and without like the idea of having wickets in hand, I think helped a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Yeah, that's sure. And Dada, you have been officiating even up the top class level in Holland, even 2020. What's your opinion about our Concordia League being played at this level? So you have officiated one of the matches. So I would like to know your views on this.
Well, first of all, I would like to say that it was very good to be out on the field, just like everybody playing cricket. Us umpires also want to be there in the middle watching cricket and participating in the game. So it was a wonderful day. It was beautiful weather. And I saw that both teams, all the participants, they really tried hard. There's always a winner and a loser somewhere, but most of the day, the success was that everybody tried to put in their effort, and it was, for the most part, quite an entertaining match to watch from the middle. There were, of
Okay.
course, some aspects like the clean hitting of Rishi coming in as a pinch hitter and just blasting it all away. But there were also some very wonderful shots from Raghav, and Akash also did some stuff there. But that's not just for the Blues. Even for the Blacks, if you look at Reddy's innings as an example, he played effortlessly. He was in a good nick as well. And just like there was a once the initial platform was there for the Blues after the first 10 overs. There's plenty of wickets available, and they could really use it as a launching pad. That unfortunately did not happen with the Blacks because wickets did fall from early onwards. That was, I saw, one of the issues. But despite the wickets falling, some of the shots played by Siddharth, some of the shots played by Reddy, these were all wonderful stuff, and that did not give any clue as to whether that team at that stage was actually losing out or falling far behind their run rate or not. While they were there, the momentum was still going strong. But if I have to look at one specific moment, I do imagine the piece from Rishi's those couple of overs he went there and went bang bang. It changed the tempo of the game from that
Change the
point on.
momentum.
And yeah, team spirit wise, I saw people, supporting each other. Some wonderful attempts at catches as well. If I look at Akash in the middle here, I think the ball followed him in the beginning. He was always diving to the front, and it's always
Yes.
very difficult diving to the front. So
Yeah.
those
Dada,
really
Dada,
nice to watch.
he won't sleep tonight. Please, little less about Gandhi.
Now,
Who
if
was
he had
driving?
made his move a little bit earlier,
Was
he would
driving?
have managed to catch them
No,
instead of just trying.
Yes.
Who
He
was
is coming to
driving?
the point
Shukla.
where I
Shukla
have the
even
opportunity.
dives without the
no, Akash,
Yes,
Akash
that-
was diving.
was diving.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I guess
one of the
my
things.
position there has been fixed for this entire 3 games, and that gives me a kind of a confidence that yeah, I'm going to face like this position for the entire game, and that has just built the kind of experience. So yeah, but this is also a learning because as many people discussed, like having if I had taken like 1 or 2 steps already, the anticipation needs to be developed. So yes, this is quite a good learning. Maybe the anticipation
to win this and possibly put our best result forward for the next 3 games. Unfortunately, I mean, I won't say it's a bad call, but yeah, we are a good batting side. So any day, given any score, we will take it up on our chin and then try to chase it down with the best batting lineup we have in the tournament. I would say still. So yeah, winning the toss, Varenya chose to bowl first, which is still not a bad decision in my opinion. But what outfired is basically our bowling. Uh, I think what went wrong, if I have to say in one line, the bowling changes could have been much better. Possibly given that momentum was on one side when people were like blocking and taking wickets. Like let's say like I took a wicket of Akash in the second over and I was like stopped out of the attack, and then I had to bowl the next over after some 4-5 overs, and then the momentum to regain that confidence again will be like bit difficult from bowler's perspective also. And limitedly also giving everyone chance is something we also are trying, but it's something which is actually firing back because choosing the right bowler at that particular time is something we have to still do it very effectively.
So maybe rightly so. You have pointed two things like some bowling changes, and I discussed this aspect with Vishwa also a few matches because maybe a few technical things that some issues about bowling changes on. I don't want to be critical about captaincy, but somehow I hear that in your comments. And one other aspect, what I felt, maybe I'm wrong. So maybe Blacks are depending too much on the star players, like star in the way Hari, Sid, and Varena. So they are not like clicking other 8 players have to contribute too. What's your opinion about that?
Yeah, so it's a good question. Personally, if you see our team composition, we have 6 old players, 6 new players. That's pretty simple. So half of the people have been playing cricket for the first time in Netherlands with a leather ball in the club. So factually speaking, we can't expect them to perform in every single match. So they have to gain some experience and build that momentum forward, given the best results that they get on that given day. I mean, they're not they are coming to the park not just wanting to bowl. I mean, they are wanting to improve also. That improvement I could personally see from the efforts of people in terms of their fielding and bowling standards also. But yeah, I mean, we have to improve more and pull up our socks and perform better. But as you rightly said, yeah, we are depending on the other 6 people because they have been playing cricket for a long time now, and hopefully it becomes a matter, when other people are not performing to the standard of what is needed at that point of time. It needs other people to step out and fill in their shoes also. So it's something which we have to still learn and go on. But yeah, we can't ask too much from new people also. That would be very bad from our side also. So as a senior players, we have to take our responsibility and put that first leg forward to actually convert
that's
that.
true. I think we agree on the aspect that bowling has been a bit of a weak link for Black. So over to my co-host for the next question.
Yeah, I would also want
Just a small interruption. Vikram, it would also if you could show your face.
I'm actually with the phone and I'm in the party, so sorry for all this interruption. But hopefully you guys have not no such problem with this because.
Please send me the address, Vikram. I'll join you.
I guess let him have his party. Let him have his fun. I guess it's okay.
Oh, cheer up, Vikram, cheer up.
Yes.
Next, over to my co-host.
Third innings is going on, huh?
Actually, after party. Yeah. So indeed, I would also like to know what Vishwa on the field thought, like about the energy or the intensity. Where did you find like it were like geared up in both ways? Where did you see a chance for the other team, for Team Black? Did they like actually have a momentum somewhere that you thought?
To be honest, I saw the Team Black's players' shoulders dipping at the end of 12th over of the first innings. So after that, I didn't see any positive response or anything in their faces. It's almost like they've accepted defeat even without coming to bat. Personally, I had a lot of expectations on Team Black as well, but unfortunately, they couldn't live up to my expectations. Hopefully, they do better in the upcoming games.
I see.
So you mean to say again, captaincy, some leadership?
I would just like to add to Vishwa's comments because you talked about after the 12th over, the shoulders started drooping on the Black side, but I actually noticed, yes, there was a dip at that point, but because of the new momentum created by Rishi. But for a couple of overs, when Tiggy and Shukla were batting, they didn't have that much of a high run rate for a short while. That was a momentum changer again. If they could have grappled onto that, they could have held them back much more. Because after a couple of overs like that, they could really ramp up again with Tiggy firing off as well. Because in the beginning, Tiggy was not doing that much at that point.
So very, very rightly so you pointed out, Dada. That's where the main players or the captain or the main players have to take the charge. That's what I have learned. So they should put up their finger. Hey guys, now we have the moment. So keep up the pressure. So I think that's what you expect from the main players, whoever they are, like Sid or Rishi or the captain, Hari in this case. So they must have they should have done that, but that's where the momentum changes because this is short format of game. So you don't have much chance to recover. Within 2-3 overs, the game can change totally. Like it's a win or lose situation. Very good point you pointed out, Dada.
I would like to add one more point. Basically, our strike bowler is Siddharth, and it's Hari is also bowling some very good spells this tournament. Personally, I'm very much out of form, I would say, because my ball is not doing much that has done last season. So Akshar also bowled well in the last match, and this match he went for some runs. and we have our fifth bowler who is Raj, and today Reddy has to bowl 3 overs in order to back up as our sixth bowler, I would say. So personally, the thing what we lack is also variety. I mean, if you see all these bowlers, all of them are like pacers, medium pace to fast bowling. So no one except Akshar, and Akshar also tosses up the ball, and he has good variations. But personally speaking, a team that has variations in terms of blues, who has like leg spin, off spin, uh, pace. I mean, these are different combinations which can induce a lot of changes in a given match scenario and could break up any such big partnership which is being building up. So I think that's something we are also lacking, and eventually we will try to address that in our next 3 matches, and hopefully we'll put up a good show and make sure that we win and give others a break in terms of qualification scenario also. So that's something from my side.
Great. I guess that summed up very nice. Looking up for what the improvements need to be in the for the games. If I could also ask, in some cases, like as you said, the fifth bowler that you're trying to fill in, do you have other options? Like if you want to try, like you have someone in the team who can come up, like but is not experimented yet again.
Yeah,
Like
so
I know, like towards the end, like Pranav, I think you also have you have Tushar who has
Sahil?
not bowled yet.
Sahil too?
Sahil has not. Yeah.
Someone we should be careful of from the next one. Yeah. So
Yeah. So Vikram, if you could say, like, do you plan to experiment somewhere in the next game?
yeah. So in terms of sorry if any disturbance you are hearing from the back. So basically we have we have good bowlers also, like we have Tushar, we have Pranav, we have Naveen. Who we want to give also chance in our coming matches. Hope this match, we could not give chance to Naveen and Tushar, but that's something we wanted to improve from our side also. Bring up bowlers when bring up crucial bowlers when the pressure is really high, and give chance to others when you can really give them opportunity and make sure that they also deliver to the best of the capacities in what they are capable of. So we have people as backup. I mean, Tushar, Naveen, and Pranav. So hopefully we'll give them chances in our next matches, and we'll try to improve from their perspective also. Yeah, but batting wise, they are really improving a lot. I mean, you can see a partnership between Pranav in his last 2 matches, and Tushar also putting his leg up when the situation was demanding. And personally, I would like to. Personally, I would like to improve my own spell of bowling also, which I'm due to. So with that, hopefully things will be in a better place, and I'll be on the winning side next time talking to you guys.
Okay, great. Thanks for your opinion. Just the final word with Rahul. Do you see like a couple of changes coming Team Blue? Like if you want someone who's not yet performed, or maybe even if you could go up the rank in batting, experiment something. Now with 3 wins in the bag, are there plans to?
Yeah, definitely, because now we can do more experiments. So we can try out new players, push them little up. Because last 2 matches I used to get last 2 overs to bat, so which is just coming and slogging, and I never took a guard or anything, so I just went there and with the mindset that now you just have to hit the ball, just connect it. And and with you, like when we had a partnership, the pads and all were getting out, but so now I finally I've picked up a decent kid, so now we can so now it's like I would like to try coming up the order, and next match we are going to try to do that with the new guys because we can now afford to do that.
Nice to hear that, Rahul. It seems like a tip to your captain. So
Captain.
It's not just about tips. I'm going to give you another set of encouragement. I think if the batsmen make a good enough total that the bowlers are able to, play quite well, try to defend, you can have opportunities for people like Ipshit bowling again.
Yes. Today, as we discussed,
the cushion of the margin that was available allowed these experiments to happen.
Yeah.
Correct.
True.
So it seems like, Rahul, you are pretty sure to be qualified for the finals. Could I conclude that you are pretty sure that you are qualified for the finals? Cricket is quite an uncertain game. You never know.
I think we are one victory away. We're just one
Yeah,
victory away,
one
but
victory.
we have 3
Oh,
games.
thanks,
And
thanks for that.
no, and if that comes with like all these newcomers on top, then then it's a dead end for others. So yeah.
I see too much confidence here, but Rahul, I
Yeah.
have a couple of questions for you. Actually, Rahul and Akash. So today I had a bit of professional umpiring. One is Dada, a complete umpire, and then next me, half umpire, you can say.
Half umpire, okay.
Trying to be umpire.
Okay. Once you set your foot on the field of play, there is no half.
Oh, then you had
There are 2 umpires in the middle. You are one of them. There is no half umpire.
Thanks a lot, Dada. So yeah,
Dada, you are too kind, Dada.
Well, I was brought up this way. What can I do?
So Shruti, the first question, Shruti and Akash,
Yeah.
what do you think about the umpiring today? And the second question to Shruti, you've bowled your maiden your debut over, and how did you feel about it? So, do you think
Yeah.
I would let Shirke answer his question first. So yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. First time I was bowling like medium pace because in indoors also I bowl spin. So yeah, so first time I was bowling medium pace. The 2 balls I tried all variations. Like I bowled one bouncer kind of like short ball, and
Yes.
then I
We saw
tried
that.
getting and I tried getting in some balls which went towards leg. But I was doing everything because I got that last over and I could just experiment. So and Shukla told me don't let him hit straight. If it goes on leg, it's okay because he didn't want to run and get the ball. So he made Tiggy run. So yeah, but yeah, it went for 8 runs. But yeah, I had a nice experience.
I guess we had Gaurav bowling, like who had not really bowled before. We had Rahul, we had Ipsit. So
Yeah.
quite a couple of new people getting the ball, and we saw like we had that room for experiment as Dada had mentioned. So that room for experiment let us to experiment a little more. And now we have 3 more matches, so of which we are just 1 victory away. So and a few more things coming up. A lot of experimentation in the next games, the lineups and everything. Yeah, coming to the question, Vishwa is so willing to hear. Yeah, the professionalism on the field, yes, totally upfront, and I guess we've had a few glitches in the umpiring, like throughout the tournament. I'm not just talking of today, but there have been some dismissals. But we understand the role of umpiring in such a pressure situation is tough. There are several things we like. Okay, I could hear today.
one thing which I learned in the umpiring course repeatedly is umpires do make mistakes.
Yes, I was coming to that point. Yeah. So today I heard Sid.
We are on live stream.
All right, we're live back again. Back to you. You're talking, Satash.
Back to me.
Yes.
Okay, then I will take
yes,
at this point of time. You were talking about the fact that when umpires are there in the middle, we have to make split-second decisions as well, and that sometimes somebody might make mistakes as well. And I will also be one of the first to say that if certain things happen like that, it is something that we have to live with and move on. There is definitely no intention of selectively doing one or the other. It is post-match discussion with Akash as well, going through the decision-making process and what were the factors that are used to come to a decision in those very short moments. I think Akash, you enjoyed that discussion as well.
Yes, totally.
Yeah,
that was an insight.
Akash, looking at the clock, maybe a quick look for the Sunday match. Anything that could impact? I think that would decide quite closely the second or the third position tomorrow's match.
One point I would like to add about Blacks. Just a final conclusion remark. After that, probably we can talk about tomorrow's match.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Vikram. I wanted to ask you the same question. How do you see Black's position if tomorrow one of the teams have to win? So I don't want to spoil your party, but
No. Yeah, I'm actually outside now. So in a way, our position is very simple. We are bottom of the table, but given a scenario, we have to win all the three, and hope Blues win the most of the matches by knocking out Reds and Greens. So then we have our position. Given our run rate is actually pretty good because we have lost matches very closely. So yeah, the equation is pretty simple for us to qualify. We have to win all three and depend on Blues to win the other two matches what they have against Reds and Greens, and hopefully, yeah, we still have like a chance, but that's like very small. I would say 5%. But yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. That's when you're depending on performance of others, that's tough. So
yeah. But but
that's
but we're not.
I was yeah. I wish you all the best. I mean, in the way. So
Yeah.
you at least if you one more match against the Blues would be great.
Yeah, but the final thing I would like to tell is like we are not sitting here to actually uh, put a win. That's important, of course, from a team's perspective. But we would like to improve our own performance with the days to come. So in few days, let's say when we have our three matches, we would like to fill the boxes which we are lacking in terms of what we are wanting to improve, and probably give chances to everyone. That would collectively improve our team unit and team spirit perspective, and the morale, which is actually bit low, will improve collectively, and everyone will be in a good space, and hopefully that will convert to a better result with few.
Agreed, Vikram. It totally coinciding with your character and as a person, as I know. So be positive. I wish you all the best with the next match,
Thank
and
you.
have a great evening. And don't drink too much.
No, no, I don't drink at all. I don't drink at all. Thank
Oh,
you.
you don't need drink at all. Oh, that's really.
You should drink some.
So, so what are your views on the next match, Akash?
I am
Coming.
looking for the Team Greens to have a stage up of the show from the the last loss. Last week they had a very good balance of like they do have a really good balance in the team. I want them to compete fairly with Reds, which Reds have found their way out. And as we are having talks and discussions after match, that the Reds have found their batting lineup finally, and they are promoting their talented, the hitters in particular places. Like Sricharan has got his way out. His in the very first match that we played. After that, he accepted the fact that okay, not too much experimentation at the moment, so he would want to stick to his I guess his batting lineup and stats, like the facts that he can score, he can have the momentum going on from the very first overs. So I'm really happy Reds have found their way. Greens have really a good batting lineup and a strong team on paper. Just as from the last loss, they have figured out that they are performing individually, but they have to come up as a team. So I'm really looking up if they find that.
So I can conclude,
tuning.
and I can conclude you're supporting the Greens, so that's quite clear.
It's not my favorite to say, but I want a fair competition because Reds have found their tune. Greens, I'm like hoping they also come up with like a strong strategy, and there's a fair competition both ways.
That's true. Cricket is a fair game. I have a question for Vishwa, my dear friend. So how do you see tomorrow? How do you see tomorrow's match? Who would be the trump cards like for the important? What could be the important? Who could be the important players who can make the difference? Or I mean, what are your views on that?
Paji, trump card for Team Reds, I would say we should look out for Prashant, PP. And also because this, again, I'm considering Rupert's law of averages and ruling you and Sricharan and Geeta out of scoring runs. And coming to the Greens team, I think Bala and Agam are due a big score. So I think it's going to be their day tomorrow. And coming to the bowlers, always interesting to look for. And yeah, I would say that's pretty much what I'm looking at. And yeah, of course, I think Greens are going to win tomorrow.
Whom do you think is main threat as bowling team from the Greens for the Reds tomorrow? Over to my friend.
Okay. That question is for me, Paji.
Yeah, for you, everyone who for the whole panel,
Yeah.
whom does it consider as the front play?
I would like to add.
Vikram, I want to add one last point. Bowling, Paji.
Your view on that, Kash and my other panel mate.
Right, you're back on again.
Yeah, we are live. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Dada,
Paji,
how you see tomorrow's match? Who is the main threat for from the both sides for the whole panel, guys?
That one is quite easy. I will have no opinion on tomorrow's match yet.
yeah, he could officiate it again, and like he would want to watch it again, like because I have very high.
I think I'll have more information.
Yes.
Dada is officiating tomorrow. You are officiating tomorrow. Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, I as I said, PP is not scored yet, and heard about it a lot. Hoping
He's due
like
for a
he has his innings
big
due,
bang,
and,
guys.
yeah, he has his innings due also, and Bala Agam did play a small innings, but couldn't connect it the last time, and I guess this has been in the back of his mind. I want him to pitch up and make sure he connects and he gets those runs. And Paji also looking for your innings tomorrow. I think will open, and again wish you good luck with the bowlers they have at their end are really good. Yeah, Srijit and
Thank you. Sure, I'll do my best, guys. Sure.
yes. So yeah, wishing you all good luck. I want both teams to perform good, and as I said, Greens have had that loss in momentum from the last game, but I want them to come fairly competent in the next game.
I mean, both teams are in the same situation, same point position, so it's going to be a tight match,
Yes.
and looking forward to it.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
I would also like to see Vishwa bowl, to be honest, because he bowled really well in the nets the other day. So yeah, I would really like to maybe they can take him out as a trump card in between, just like to surprise.
So you guys should come and support him and hoot for him as give Captain Vishwa. Yeah. Otherwise, he won't get the bowling, I think.
Yeah, deceptive for the captain as well. Captain doesn't know when to use him.
I'm happy not bowling, so
yeah. But again, as I said, last game there was a time like when we and the Greens played. There was a time when Vishwa almost stole the show. He came up like in the middle order. He hit some boundaries and like he did pitch up, made a momentum. Unfortunately, couldn't convert till the end. But yeah, definitely he can be a very sharp the player in that middle order. So he does provide.
That's I agree with you, my friend. But still looking at the stats, if you look back at all the matches, if you look at back at the stats, all the important players whom have been bought by the captains as they have been the key. So in every match, look at the match of today. Tiggy, Rishi, Raghav, they have performed, and that has helped the team. So in the short form of the game, so the big fish is the key. So it may be Charan, PP, and anyone on the same side with Bala and any Agam or. So they have to click. So yeah, that's true. Jeevan too, right? Sorry, I missed him. Sorry, Jeevan. So you are the key too. So that's the main. I think you don't have any much time into this format to recover, and if they click, they do well. You win the match. If they don't do well, a very good chance that you lose. that's 2020 as it.
Yes, indeed.
Over to you, Vishwa.
Live streaming is on.
Yeah,
Back to you,
Dada.
Akash.
Yes. I'll take a moment quickly to say thanks to all again, and I would like to hear from you in the following sessions. All the best, Team Green and Team Red for tomorrow, and Team Blacks to keep up their momentum in the next games. Team Blues, they can experiment. So that's good midway in the tournament. I guess couple of three more weeks to go, but yeah, the scenario is quite clear now. Who has to win what, and who's sailing the boat very high. So I would like to wish all of them good luck and not to lose hopes. They can enjoy the entire season in all glory. So yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Akash. That's thank you for the match today, Blues and Blacks. Bad luck, Blacks. Keep trying. I hope you win the next match to keep the competition as alive as possible. Good luck to Greens tomorrow, and Blues, of course, they are doing quite well, top of the table. I hope they keep going like that, and see you